We are going to start with the next type of fruits called a capsule. In the dry decision fruits, capsule. In the capsule, this fruit, the group of fruits, capsules, developed from multicarpellary. That means the ovary is having many carpels. Syncorpus, carpels are fused, and superior ovary. Ovary is above, other floral parts are below. That is, so the fruits are developed from such ovary. Pericarp splits into 6 different methods. So in the splitting, 6 different methods of splittings are there in the capsule. Okay, previous types and all, only one type of dehiscence will be there, but here 6 different types of dehiscence are there. In that 6 different types, first type we are going to see, it is called septicidal. So in the septicide, before we take the septicidal, we have to study about what is septum and what is the valve. We have to study. For example, one fruit is there. This fruit is having some angles, some foldings. Angles we can say, or the edges we can say. And these are all the sides of the sides on the other side of the edge. Now these are the flattened part, like lady's finger, fruit. It is having 5 sides will be there. And for everything there is a corner. That corner is called the septum, and the side is called the valve. Okay, so that is the septicidal. If we have to take. So now we know what is the septum. It is there in the corner. And what is the valve? That is the flattened surface. What is present here? So the septicidal, it splits along the septa. Septum singular, septa plural. So when the fruit is bursting, wherever the line is drawn, the corners are there. In the corners, the splitting is taking place. The dehiscence is taking place. So the valves are coming away. Now these are the 5 valves. Okay, the sides. They are coming out. At the time, all the seeds are falling down. This is called septicidal because the bursting is taking place at the septa. Septa means where the 2 margins are fusing, where the corner folding is present, there. Right. It splits along the septa. Valves are attached with the septa. Now the valves, okay, the valves what are present here, they are attached with the septa. Right. Example, Aristolochia. Okay, Aristolochia is the best example for this type of dehiscence. Next one is loculicidal capsule. Loculicidal. That means the splitting is taking place in the locule. Okay. Now we are going to see dehisce along the valve. The best example for this is lady's finger. Okay, lady's finger is the best example. Now this is the fruit. Okay, the vegetable. It is having 5 sides. Okay, 2 sides will be on the other side. 5 sides will be there. Then for everywhere you can find the edge. The corner will be there. The corner is a septum, the side is called valve. So the splitting is taking place in the center of each valve. In the center of each valve, the splitting is taking place. The splitting is taking place from the tip of the fruit to the base. So the 5 valves are coming away. Okay, so at the time, all the seeds are attached with the central axis, but the seeds are falling down. Okay, now you see that dehisce along with the valves. Valves means the side wall, middle of the side of each one. Totally 5 sides. So at the center of each side, it is there. That is called a valve. Seeds are attached on the central axis, but on drying, all the seeds are falling down because everywhere it is opened. So all the seeds are falling down. But the opening, the splitting is gradually coming up. So all the 5 valves will be separated. All the seeds will be falling down. Example, lady's finger. Now in the lady's finger, one place they are showing that splitting. Now all the 5 sides are there. There is one side. In the center of one side, the wall is of splitting. Okay, that is the valve is splitting. So the seeds will be coming out through this. This is the explanation for loculicidal. Then we are coming to the septifragal. What is the meaning of septifragal? We have to see. The valves fall off after dehiscence. Now we will take it. This is the fruit. Valves are there. 5 valves will be there. 5 sides. That is called the 5 valves. Now on drying, they are coming out. They are bursting, and all the valves will fall down. They will not attach. They are falling down. Then the central axis will be bearing the seeds. Then the seeds will be falling down. Seeds attached on the central axis. Now the central axis will be there. Seeds are attached. So the valves one after the other they will fall off. Then after some time from the central axis, seeds will fall. Example, datura. Okay. Then the same thing, it is given in another way. Once the valve, there is fruit is bursting, the valves, 4, 5 valves will fall down. Then at the bottom only we can find the seeds will be eliminated. Now we are coming to poricidal. What is the meaning of poricidal? We have to take. So in this is the fruit which is more or less a pear-shaped, and it is more or less a spherical. But at the time of complete or thorough drying, the splitting takes place at the free end, at the tip. A small opening will be formed. This opening may be a few millimeter to about 1 centimeter diameter. A few millimeter to 1 centimeter diameter. And that is through this pore, so that a pore is formed, a small opening is formed. That is called a pore, poricidal. Now through the pore, after this opening, all the seeds are coming out and spreading all the sides. That is called a poricidal. Splits through the terminal. Terminal means a tip. Terminal pore. Example, papaver. Then we are coming to denticidal. Okay, we are coming to the next one, denticidal. Now in this, the fruit splits transversely. See that fruit, it is an elongated fruit. But whenever that drying is taking place, maximum drying is taking place, it is a degazing, bursting transversely across the fruit. It is a splitting. So on the top, one lid-like structure will be there, and this lid-like structure will fall off. Now here wide mouth will be formed, and through this the seeds are coming out. So the top becomes lid or operculum-like. It is a lid-like or operculum-like. Example, primula. P-R-I-M-U-L-A, primula. Okay. Now we are coming to circumsessile, the sixth type of a degazing. That is circumsessile. Now here also the dehiscence is taking place transversely like previous one. Okay. So it is taking place crosswise. The lid falls off. The lid is falling down. Okay, leaving the wide opening. Fall off immediately after dehiscence. Example, operculina. Now this is the fruit, entire fruit. Okay, not at the center, a little above the center, a transverse split will take place. Okay, here wide splitting will take place. Then the top portion will fall off. It will jump and fall off. Then in the remaining, one cup-like structure will be there. This is the cut portion. Now seeds will be there. Now the seeds will be spreading out. They are coming out. Even in this also you can see the bottom cup-like. One half is going away. Then the remaining half is a cup-like, and all the seeds will be coming out. It is called a circumsessile. Now we are coming to the next one, dry fruits in that indehiscent fruit. Okay, the second group we are coming. The fruits are having thin pericarp. Fruit wall is very thin. It is dryable. Okay, it is a drying. Whatever the duration of drying may be, the pericarp will never burst open. Okay, like previous one and all, they are bursting. But here it will never burst open. Since the pericarp is not at all bursting, it is called indehiscent fruit. Indehiscent fruits. In the different types will be there. The first one is called achene. A-C-H-E-N-E. Achene. Okay, in this achene, what are the characteristic features of achene? We have to see. Single seeded fruit. Now the fruit is having only one seed. For example, here this is a fruit. Now inside the fruit, one seed is there, inside. Now the outer pericarp, the brown one, what is given here is outer pericarp. Inside that, one seed is present. Only when we break it, we can see, because it is indehiscent, it is not bursting. Okay, it is a single seeded fruit. It is developed from monocarpellary superior ovary. I did not explain this. The ovary is having only one carpel, and it is a superior ovary. Pericarp is free from the seed coat. Now we have to see the importance of this character. This is very, very important character. Now inside the fruit, the seed is there. Outside, the protective thin covering is there. It is called a pericarp. Seed we are taking. The seed is having its own protective wall called a seed coat. Every seed is having seed coat. The seed coat color may be different, okay, but seed is having outer covering called a seed coat. So in the seed coat and the pericarp, they are fused or free. We have to see that pericarp is free from the seed. or a seed coat. Okay, so what will happen after thorough drying? Pericarp will be there, seed is there, the seed is not attached with the pericarp anywhere, so the seed will be shaking, moving here and there. That is, pericarp and the seed coat are not fused, they are free from each other. The presence of free seed from the pericarp is the character of achene. Example, clematis. Okay, that is a picture of clematis. This is a picture of clematis. Okay, achene. We are coming to the second type called a Cypsela, Cypsela, Cypsela. Now it is also a single seeded fruit. Okay, it is also single seeded fruit. It is developed from bicarpellary. Previous one is monocarpellary. This is bicarpellary. Syncarpous. Syncarpous means carpels are united. Inferior ovary. Previous one is superior ovary. This is inferior ovary. Okay, we are taking. Calyx is modified into pappus. Now we will take it. This is the fruit. Okay, this is the fruit. And here the calyx is attached. We have already studied persistent calyx. The calyx is always present with the fruit. Okay, the calyx is present, sepals. But the sepals are modified into feather-like structure. Some hairy structures. That is called calyx. That is called the pappus. The whole thing is called what? Pappus. So the seed is very small. The fruit wall is also very thin. So the entire fruit is very lighter. It can fly in the air. Okay, it can float. It can be floating in the air. So for dispersal it is easy. So the hair-like structures or feather-like structures what are present here is the pappus. Okay, calyx is modified into pappus. Example, Tridacts. Now we are coming to the Caryopsis. This fruit is very, very common. Okay, paddy. Okay, the rice plant. It is producing the grains called that is paddy. So it is one-seeded fruit. It is also one-seeded. Developed from monocarpellary superior ovary like the first one. This is the third one. Pericarp is fused with the seed coat. Now here, first and the last one, now third one, difference is, this is the pericarp which will be golden in color, brown, light brown color. Inside that seed coat is there, seed is there with the seed coat. So the seed coat and pericarp are fused, very difficult to separate. For that only we need the rice mill to separate. So that is the pericarp and the rice, that is what? Seed coat, both are fused with each other. That is, example, paddy. Paddy is nothing but rice plant. This is the rice grain, paddy grain. Now we are coming to the next one, nut. Okay, nut. In this nut, it is developed from multicarpellary, that is ovary is having many carpels, syncarpous, okay, the carpels are fused, and a superior ovary. Okay, all the characters already several times we have seen. Now pericarp is a hard and woody. Now this the best example is anacardium. Very common name is cashew. Okay, common name is cashew. Now we are taking this cashew. You can see a red color large part is there. Actually it is a thalamus. It is not the part of the fruit. It is a thalamus. It is a very thick, fibrous and bulgy, fleshy. But it is not edible. But here the actual fruit is present here. Okay, the actual fruit is present here. Even in this also, the actual fruit. It is having pericarp. Okay, hard shell like pericarp is present. Okay, the pericarp is dryable. It is drying very well. And inside that the actual cashew seed is present. Okay, inside that actual cashew. So pericarp is a hard and woody. Now the pericarp will be hard and it will be woody, not like others. This is the characteristic feature. This is the important characteristic feature for nut. If we break the shell, the pericarp, we can get the cashew seed. Okay, example, anacardium. It is a botanical name, but common name is cashew nut. Now we are coming to the fifth one, samara. Okay, the next one is samara. What actually this is samara? We have to see. It is one-seeded fruit. Now in this group, if you take everything is one-seeded fruit. The pericarp develops into two expanded wing-like structure. Now see that this is the whole thing is called the fruit. Okay, one whole thing is called fruit. Even this side also you can take. This is very clear. This is one fruit. Now it is having pericarp and also seed. Seed will be at one end, but pericarp is expanding like two wing-like structures. Pericarp is expanding like two wing-like structures. That is, pericarp develops into two expanded wing-like structures. These two wing-like structures are very useful for dispersal. Okay, with the help of air, they can float in the air and move to different distant place. So that is the speciality. Pericarp is like wing and the seeds will be present at the base. Example, acer. The best example is acer for this. Next one we are coming to utricle. Utricle. Now in the utricle it is developed from bicarpellary syncorpus unilocular. Only one chamber is present inside superior ovary. Pericarp is loosely covering the seed. Seed is inside, but it is not fully covering. Between the seed and the pericarp, wide gap will be present. That is loosely covering that. Now here we are taking the fruit. Now inside that seed will be there, but pericarp and the seed, wide gap will be there. So it will be shaky. It will be moving. Example, Chenopodium. Okay, example, Chenopodium. C-H-E-N-O, Chenopodium. That's all. We are coming to the next one, dry fruits. The third type, dry dehiscent we have completed. Dry indehiscent also we have completed. We are coming to the schizocarpic fruit. What is the meaning of schizocarpic? I already told you. The pericarp is drying. It is bursting, but partial bursting. Partial dehiscence. So that the dehiscence is not sufficient. So all the seeds are not coming out. That is called. So in that first one is cremocarp. Okay, cremocarp. Now in the cremocarp, what type of what are the characters we have to see? This cremocarp is developed from bicarpellary syncorpus inferior ovary. Two carpels are there in the ovary, syncorpus they are fused, and inferior ovary. Okay, next one. After development of this type of ovary into cremocarp fruit, the fruit splits into two one-seeded segments. The fruit is bursting. It is divided into two pieces. It is divided into two pieces. And each piece, that is two segments, each piece is having one seed. Okay, that means what? In the whole fruit, only two seeds are there. When it is a splitting, each half is carrying only one seed. Splits into two one-seeded segments. Each segment is called a mericarp. For example, I am taking, this is the fruit. Okay, any one you can take. Now this is the fruit. Okay, two seeds are there. One on this side, one on this side. Now when the fruit is splitting, it is splitting at the center between the two seeds. Okay, it is splitting into two. So each half is called a mericarp. So two mericarps are produced. Two mericarps are produced. Each mericarp is having one seed. Example, coriander. Okay, example, coriander. Okay, now we are coming to Carcerulus. Okay, Carcerulus. Carcerulus. We'll take what are the characters. The Carcerulus fruit is developed from bicarpellary syncorpus superior ovary. Okay, there is a character. Next, it splits into four one-seeded segments. That means four seeds are there. Fix the number. Now, when it is dividing, it is divided into four pieces. Each piece is having one seed. Splits into four one-seeded segment. Each segment is now called a nutlet. Previously mericarp, but this is called a nutlet. Example, abutilon. Now this is one fruit of abutilon. It will be green in color. On drying, again and again when it is drying, it is splitting into four pieces. One center and that again. Okay, a fruit, just one splitting, second splitting. So four pieces will be produced. Okay, four pieces will be there. Okay, in each piece one seed will be present. Now this is the full fruit. One splitting takes place, so two. Again one splitting will take place at right angle to that, so four. So each one is having one seed. So each segment is called a nutlet. One segment is called a nutlet. Example, abutilon. Now we are coming to the next one, lumentum. Okay, this is the lumentum. Now in this lumentum, how the fruit is developed, you have to see. Developed from monocarpellary unilocular ovary. You can understand that. Looks like leguminous fruit. Already we have taken leguminous, the bean or pea we have studied. So how it is there? Like that. It is looking like, but not same. It looks like leguminous fruit with the constrictions between the seeds. That means one full long row of seeds will be there, like green pea. Okay, one full row. But between one seed and the other seed, the pericarp is constricted. Okay, just I'll give one simple diagrammatic representation. Now this is the stalk of the fruit. Now here the pericarp, if you take, now lot of constrictions will be present. Like this. This is going on like this. Each one is having one seed inside. Okay, this only looks like leguminous fruit with the constrictions between the seeds. Now between two seeds, one constriction will be present. Okay, dehisces at the constrictions, wherever the constrictions are there, it is a splitting. So what will happen? One fruit is divided into many pieces, constrictions, and make many one-seeded compartments. So each one is becoming one compartment, one seed will be there. Suppose that 10 seeds are there, 10 constriction divided into 10 pieces. Okay, each piece is called a compartment. Each compartment is having one seed. Example, mimosa. Now this is actually the mimosa desmodium, another one example. Now we are coming to the next one, regma. Okay, next one is called a regma. What is actually this regma? It is developed from tricarpellary, 3 carpels, syncorpus, carpels are fused, and trilocular, 3 chambers are present, superior ovary. Now it is, for example, this is the fruit. Now this is one chamber, next chamber is there, third chamber is present on the other side. Okay, each chamber is having one large seed. Okay, each one is having one large seed. That is a trilocular superior ovary. Splits into 3 one-seeded cocci. Now when it is bursting, okay, it is divided into 3 compartments. Okay, it is divided into 3 compartments. Each compartment is having one large seed. Okay, here. But it is not, they are not separated, they are not falling. Okay, still seeds are inside. Okay, 3 compartments. Each compartment, what we have seen here, with one seed is called a coccus. So 3 cocci, cocci plural, coccus singular. 3 cocci are present. Example, ricinus. Okay, castor, common name is castor. Now the seed what is present here is called a castor seed. That is ricinus.